Hi, this is Joshua Bloom, and I am at the moment. Brands have to be more nimble than they have been in the past with the introduction of social media and the introduction of platforms like TikTok, where you just need to move fast. I have a very interesting past. Originally from New York and went to school in Pennsylvania, Lehigh University. The funny thing is I graduated university with a finance degree and was working on Wall Street for 3 years. Interestingly enough, my eldest cousin, Lee Nadler, was one of the first employees at DoubleClick. He introduced me to the company, was telling me all about the exciting age of digital marketing and how it was the future, and asked me to come and check out the company as they were opening up their media team. At that time, DoubleClick was basically the first ad-serving technology. Then ended up moving to Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And my funny resume in Canada is I'm the first employee in Canada for MySpace, for Facebook, and for TikTok. I spent nearly 11 and a half years at Facebook, but right now I'm currently at TikTok. I have spent 6 years there as GM and head of our global business solutions team. And just recently I have made a transition back to extend my roles and to be general manager as the head of enterprise sales in the US, as well as still overlooking Canada. Call it 6-7 years in market. We have very quickly grown to one of the biggest platforms. We consider ourselves entertainment, but there's certainly a lot of social components to it because we typically get categorized as social media. But on top of that, we've become probably one of the biggest search platforms as well, and educational platforms, because there really is something for everybody, depending on what it is you're looking for. There's a community built around every single subject matter you could possibly imagine. And really, TikTok has gone from what used to be a young person's place to lip sync and dance to a platform for everybody and a playground of infinite discovery. The biggest term that everybody has been using these days is AI. And AI can be utilized in so many different ways. I think Meta has done a great job with their Advantage Plus platform that has really allowed for lower funnel conversion at a scalable level. I think we have created a competitive product with Smart Plus that will allow businesses to do the same. And the early results that we're seeing are incredibly positive. And again, this is something that brands will be able to scale into 2026. On top of that, I think there's a really interesting challenge in the market with creative, being able to sustain, the design and building of creative in an ongoing fashion, because brands have to be more nimble than they have been in the past with, the introduction of social media and the introduction of platforms like TikTok, where you just need to move fast. So this whole notion of creative agility is really something that I think is very powerful. And we've built an entire suite of products to help brands combat that. I would say there is a need to really challenge the duopoly of Meta and Google. I think the market is ready for something fresh and new and disruptive that could really help to redefine the way we even think about marketing. Probably a date night with my wife. We need more time, just the two of us, to just get out and enjoy each other's company without the children. I would probably say to them, you might think you know what you want to do for the rest of your life, but you're wrong. You're going to find that you're going to pivot a number of times, and you're going to find that your gut is going to tell you to move in the right direction. Just trust yourself, trust your gut, and don't be afraid to pivot.